Hello Internet, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen. In the last episode, we explored 5 Island, specifically, not especially. Okay, I'm retaking that intro, that was not. Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen. In the last episode, we explored everything from the Water Labyrinth to the Lost Cave and the Resort Gorgeous and the Togepi Egg and whatever, it doesn't matter, it was a lot of stuff. This time, we're going to be leaving 5 Island, but first, I realized we never talked to this lady. Don't worry about buying anything for dinner tonight. That's what my husband said when he went off fishing today. I'm not sure if I can count on him to live up to that promise. Have some faith in your husband. God damn. Although, well, actually, if you're eating Pokemon, maybe don't. I don't want you to eat Pokemon. Okay. Well, let's leave. This time, we're going to be heading to Other and 6 Island. Our first time heading here. Let's go. All right, all aboard Sea Gallop High Speed 6. Another new song. This is a remix of the music used in Violet and Olivine cities in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Have a listen. It's a nice song, again. The music in these areas is a lot better than in the main story. When you're this far away from the city, the sky at night is fantastic. I definitely believe that. Keep going this way and you'll get to the water path. What way? You're standing in like the middle of town. Stay on that and you'll get to Ruin Valley. Okay. Sure. There's nothing that young people find exciting here on this island, but this is a good place in terms of nature and history. Relax and enjoy your stay. 6 Island, Fortune Island of Aged Wisdom. So we now have a name for this area too. Let's go into the Pokemon Center real quick. Just make sure we actually enter here. Oh, hi. Hey Winter, how's your Pokedex filling up? Looks like it's impossible to get all the Pokemon by hanging around just these parts. Maybe there are Pokemon we don't know about somewhere far away. Well, if I can't do it, there's no way for you to get it done. I'm not going to get all desperate over this. I'll keep collecting Pokemon at my own pace while I train them. That's what I'll do, so there's no point staying here. I may as well leave for home. That's that then. Smell you later. As Aiden says, he's heading back to Kanto. We're gonna worry about this later. We can now return to the Elite Four to face much stronger versions of their teams, but that's not something for us to think about right now with our team. Speaking of that, I wanted to mention, between episodes, I decided I am going to start using the Lucky Eggs and the Experience Share again, just so our Pokemon are gaining experience at a bit of a faster clip than they are currently. I want them to be gaining more levels than they are. You know of Pokemon that evolve only upon trading, yes? But did you know that there are still others? Some Pokemon evolve only when traded while holding specific items. I've already talked about that. For 10 years, I've searched for ruins. No, make that 20 years. I get this feeling that there's something hidden on this island. I don't know. It's crammed full of Pokemon books. No Pokemon Journal this time. Got it. And the Pokemart actually sells new items, if I'm not mistaken. Dream Mail. That's it. It's just a new type of mail. I'll buy one. Why not? Writing mail's fun. Let's see what I can come up with. I am all of me. Here we go. Because you have to get a Shadow 2005 reference in everywhere you can. Okay. Heading on to Water Path and then heading immediately back onto 6th Island because we can get behind the Pokemon Center this way. Lepa Berry. This berry restores 10 PP to a move that runs out of PP if held by the user. Also just restores 10 PP if you use it like a normal item. Alright. Heading actually onto the Water Path now. Water Path leads to Ruin Valley. Okay, there's really not much to talk about here, really, so let's fight this guy. I'm practicing in secret so no one can see me. Okay, well, I am looking off to the side so I don't see. Oh, he's a juggler! He's teaching him. Dude, you're right next to the ocean. If you drop a ball, you're like, it's gone. You're never getting it back. Practice, at least practice a little farther from the water. You're juggling your Pokeballs. You could lose a Voltorb forever, dude. That's dangerous. He has a Mr. Mime out of nowhere. He had 3 Voltorb and a Mr. Mime. I don't want to think about Mr. Mime drowning. That's a little too close to human. As a performer, I don't want people to know about the effort I put in. As a performer, I don't know if that's like the right mindset to go into it with, man. People should know you're putting in an effort because that makes them more interested in you. That's how I see it, at least, as a performer, but I guess it's a separate kind of performance usually. Oh, I thought this was just gonna be a generic swimmer, but no, she has a Pokemon we haven't seen, Chinchou. This is another Pokemon we can't catch as far as I know, so interesting. Water Path doesn't have any new Pokemon that we can't already catch elsewhere, so sort of just waiting to get somewhere else. Lantern. I bet her Lantern doesn't know Earthquake. That one trainer in Pokemon Emerald's Victory Road has her beat. So close to a level up, Annabelle. That's alright. We're gonna keep surfing north from here. He saw me from awfully far away. Don't be hating! Who are you? You're tired of seeing swimmers like me? Don't be hating! Okay, dude. Level 50 Gyarados is actually pretty scary, but that was not a sentence I expected to see a swimmer saying. Oh. Sometimes it's easy to forget that this is the Sevi Islands. The trainers are sometimes actually funny compared to Kanto. Nice one-shot, Annabelle, by the way. I was almost not going to comment on it, but, like, I wasn't really expecting that. Umi grew to level 55 thanks to the experience share. We could have a Dragonite now if I was using a Dragonair. Alright, gonna keep heading north from here. Is there a hidden item here? No, there just looks like there absolutely should be. There is an item down there, though. Which I guess I have to fight this girl for. Oh, an Aroma Lady. Still not entirely used to Sunkern. That's another Pokemon I don't think we can catch. Sunkern has the lowest base stat total of any Pokemon, which is the one claim to fame it has. Poor thing. Does she have a Sunflora too? She does! Okay. That's another Pokemon we can't catch as far as I know. This one is available in Coliseum though. Maybe it can appear and I just can't remember. I don't know. I feel like I'd remember writing a bio about it. You're so cute when you're determined? Holy shit. Yuri? I want to go to the woods over there, but there are a lot of bug Pokemon. They scare me a little. Bug Pokemon scare me too. Well, bugs scare me. Most bug Pokemon don't, but I know at least one of the ones in those woods do, so we'll get to that when we get to that. There's more important things to worry about right now. Heading down here. An Elixir. I don't know if that was really worth the effort. There's 2 houses here, which makes this seem kind of like a little village. Hello. My height is 67 inches on the button. I know it is this precisely because my neighbor measured me. Who's measuring their height in inches? This dude's like 5'6", 5'8", somewhere around there. That's funny. He's short. I have rights to say that because I'm, like, very Dutch, so I'm doomed to be taller than I want to be forever. 2 Pikachu. I approve. Both level 50. Those are some high-level Pikachu. I'm gonna use Earthquake and switch into Gaster on Ryan's turn. Just so nobody's getting hurt from this that isn't meant to be hurt from this. That's probably gonna kill. Seems like we haven't seen many double battles since getting to the Sevi Island, so I just wanted to keep this in, but yeah, the double Pikachu strategy in a format where Earthquake dominates maybe isn't the best call for them. This would have been a good opportunity to show something about double battles that I forgot to show, but I guess not, because it's too late now. Oh, I'm sorry, my Pokemon. It makes me all sad inside when we lose. Okay, maybe just don't lose then. Wanted, the ultimate horn. That's gross. Heracross! Big and shiny! It's the Bug Boss! Love it, need it, Heracross! You have, like, no flow. Give up. In here is the sign. It's a blank chart of some sort. It has spaces for writing in records of some kind. This is similar to a house we've already been to. We'll be back here later. Water path. And now we're on green path, but now we're back on water path. We already got that item, apparently. Patterned bush ahead. Alright. I need to make sure I have my stopwatch open because there's new Pokemon to encounter in the patterned bush, perhaps. Patterned bush has the same splash art as Viridian Forest, but trust me, this area is way weirder. Here's an overview of what this area looks like. Yeah, pretty boring, huh? There's just a pattern in the tall grass, but other than that, it's a big empty room with a big rectangle of tall grass, and that's all there is to it outside of the trainers here. There are some new Pokemon to go over that appear here, so let's just go over those now. Leddyba evolves at level 18. You know the drill. Ledian sucks. All the special defense in the world can't save it from that awful type and awful stats and literally everything else. All Ledian can hope to do in any given game is set up Reflect and Light Screen, then get the hell out of Dodge with Baton Pass. It's bad. Next Pokemon. Spinarak evolves at level 22. Evolve it. Ariados is a nasty freak who I hope dies. Also, its stats are bad. Sludge Bomb is the best stab move it can learn, but its attack stat of 90 makes that a waste of a TM, and its low speed and defenses mean it's easily destroyed by anything. Moving on. I'm going to list the weaknesses Heracross has first. It's extremely weak to fire, psychic, and flying opponents, and often struggles to move faster than some of its opponents. Now on to the positives. Heracross has a gargantuan attack stat of 125 paired with decent bulk and a speed stat that still puts it ahead of many foes. Its move pool contains basically every move you could dream of for a physical attacker: Rock Slide, Brick Break, Focus Punch and Substitute, Hidden Power, Bulk Up, Earthquake, Swords Dance, Body Slam, and Mega Horn at level 53, which gets Stab on top of that awesome attack stat. Heracross is an excellent Pokemon if you're willing to train it with coverage to defeat many foes, so long as you keep it out of the way of flying types. Pattern Bush is likely based on either crop circles, which are commonly associated with aliens, or with the Nazca lines in Peru, which is a collection of over 700 geoglyphs made in the soil of the Nazca Desert, created between 500 BC and 500 AD. Having a cool inspiration doesn't make this area suck less, though. I'm going to catch the Pokemon here and fight the trainers, and you know what the area looks like. You know it's just a big rectangle, so there's not really much to show of going through the area. So I'll cut ahead to when I'm done in here. Finally caught a Heracross. That took like 12 Pokeballs. This powerful Pokemon thrusts its prized horn under its enemies' bellies, then lifts and throws them. It's meant to be based on a Hercules beetle, which I guess makes sense, given its name is taken from Heracles. This lady has a Chansey. That's interesting. This will probably be a level up for Annabelle. It also means its health is going to drain very slowly. At least it's not Gen 4, I guess. I don't have that much room to complain about it, and it was just short of being a level up, of course. I actually want to check something, though. Can I use the Verse Seeker in here? I doubt it, but it's worth checking. Yeah, you can't. This area is technically counted as a cave, so you can't use a Verse Seeker in here. There is a single area in the game with a Chansey that you can use a Verse Seeker on, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I'm wrong about that, but nope. Not wrong. They are that mean about it. This girl has a Snubbull! That's another Pokemon we can't catch in this game. It has Intimidate. Still very weak to Brick Break, though. Gastriger to level 55 for meeting a youngster's Pokemon. I can't remember for the life of me what Pokemon it was, though. Finally found this little freak. I'm so tempted to just kill it immediately, but throwing an Ultra Ball is a better course of action. Unfortunately, I do need to catch this. Still lies in the same pose for days, and it lies still in the same pose for days in its web, waiting for its unsuspecting prey to wander close. Fucking nasty. Umi grew to level 56 from beating this lady's Clefable, since Umi has the experience share, which I should probably take from him now. Ryan grew to level 55, beating a picnicker in the South's Paris. There's so many trainers here, it seems kind of inevitable that you're going to get a few level ups no matter what if you come here, even without the lucky egg. Ruin Maniac Layton? Come on! If this was released 2 years later, this could have been a Professor Layton reference. This is like the perfect trainer class for Professor Layton too. Isn't he like an archaeology professor? I don't know. I haven't played the Professor Layton games. I'm still working through a different level 5 series currently, so I don't know, but as far as I know, Layton is like a professor of archaeology, so a Ruin Maniac might genuinely be the perfect, like, trainer class for him. Have you taken a good look around your feet? He's Professor Layton now. I'm gonna give him the Layton voice. There are places here in Pattern Bush where grass won't grow. What could be the cause of such a phenomenon? I don't know. Annabelle grew to level 56, beating this Lass's Hoppip. Or Skiploom, not Hoppip. Finally eliminated all the trainers in Pattern Bush. I need to head back to the town real quick. If we head back to the lady looking for the ultimate horn while we have a Heracross in our party. Eee, that's a Heracross! Please, please, may I measure how big it is? Sure. It's 54.3 inches! I've never seen anything like this! You deserve a reward! Nest Ball. I want to see a much, much bigger Heracross than that one! Oh, how I adore that big Heracross! Okay. So we now know our Heracross has a very big horn. Or potentially a very small horn, I don't know. She gives you the Nest Ball no matter what the first time you show her a Heracross. Looking over here now, you can see the record for the Heracross. That is the biggest that she's seen. 54.3 inches is currently the answer. And similar to the man who will measure Magikarp back in Kanto, she will measure as many Heracross as you show her, and as long as you keep showing her bigger ones, she'll always give you a Nest Ball. So this is a recurring source of Nest Balls, which normally Nest Balls suck. They only work on Pokemon up to level 30, as I mentioned when we first got one back in Kanto, but In the Sevi Islands, we're encountering most of the new Pokemon that appear here at like level 9 to 15. 30 is the highest I've seen with Heracross. It's definitely not a bad item here. I'd honestly recommend grabbing a few of them if you can. Alright, on the other side of Green Path. For a green path, there's not a lot of green on it because we're just surfing again. It's basically just more of water path. Alright, I'm going to spray a repel. As far as I know, there's no new Pokemon that can appear here, so no reason for me not to. We're going to we're going to surf? I'm straight up surfing it. Huh? I was envisioning my house, but this is where I teleport? This trainer. Psychic Jacqueline. I have something to say about her, but I need to wait until she sends out a certain Pokemon first. Actually, whatever. I'll start talking about it now because she's a female psychic. We know she's probably going to have a Pokemon in the Abra line. Psychic Jacqueline says she was trying to teleport home and got stranded here. The same psychic appears in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, hidden away on Cycling Road with an Abra. This is the same trainer. Her male Abra from Ruby and Sapphire has evolved into a male Kadabra, which we'll be seeing after we take out the Slowbro. So, that's just an interesting bit of continuity where this trainer got lost somewhere along the way after the events of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Or during the events, I guess, because apparently Ruby and Sapphire are meant to take place at the same time as FireRed and LeafGreen. It's a little interesting, just that little bit of continuity showing that this trainer was training and somehow managed to get stranded on the Sevi Islands because her Kadabra is just a fucking dick. Big boo-boo. Okay. I am so scatterbrained. I need to focus so I can teleport properly to my house. Oh, or her Kadabra isn't the one teleporting her and she can just teleport herself. That's not usually psychics, like, trainers are shown to be able to do. Usually they have Pokemon that do that for them, but... okay. Welcome to Outcast Island. There's a lot of trainers to fight here, so let's fight them. No new wild Pokemon here, though, as far as I know. Lots of interesting things in these new areas. Alright, surfing even norther of that swimmer. There's lots of little islands here, but none of them have anywhere where we can actually get off our Pokemon. There is a sis and bro, though. Big sister, help! Please battle with me! Geb? Is Geb a name? I've never seen that before. G-E-B. Ava and Geb. I know Ava's a name. Geb is an interesting one. I'm switching Lamp out immediately. I don't know, I'm probably gonna cut out this battle. There's not much to say about this. They're using a Poliwhirl and a Starmie. Although, actually, pressing select? Start? Yes, pressing start gets rid of the health bar and lets you just see the number for the health your Pokemon has left in a Generation 3 double battles. This can be useful for things like Nuzlocke, if you need to know like exactly how much health your Pokemon has left. The game never ever tells you this under any circumstances, so... yeah, actually, well, maybe it does. Let's see. It does not. So, yeah. You have no way of knowing that this is the case. I'm hanging on to my sister because I can't touch the bottom. You're using an inner tube. Yo, I do prefer the sea over any pool. I don't. And pools are gross when they're like public pools, but I am like very scared of swimming in like the ocean. My family took a trip to North Carolina once, to Carolina Beach specifically, and yeah, I swam because I used to love swimming as a kid. Not so much as an adult, but you know, shit happens. But it was just terrifying. Like, jellyfish are scary, dude. If you don't notice one, they can sting you. That isn't, like, life-threatening usually or anything, but, I don't know. it scared me to death, and now I'm like afraid to swim anywhere. I also had experiences with, I've talked about how my dad like has a house on a lake in like northern-ish Michigan, and I got a leech when I was like on my foot when I was swimming there, and I pulled it off without knowing like you can just salt it and it will die, and that hurt. And leeches are scary. They look horrifying. So yeah, as a kid, that made me scared of swimming in lakes. So now I just, like, if I'm gonna swim, it's gonna be in a pool. Granted, I prefer not to swim at all these days, but I don't know. There's too much that can go wrong swimming in the sea. This guy's name is Mimo. There's so many weird names here that I've never seen before. I'm only at the halfway point. I'm beat. Dude, grab onto a rock or something, catch your breath. It's pretty simple. The solution you're looking for. Alright, continuing northways. Item. Pee-pee up. That's a pretty good item to be in such an obvious location. That'll be a change of pace. Not a nice one, just a change of pace. A neutral change of pace for Mr. Tyler here. Happy Mask Gamer. I might be the only person alive who remembers Happy Mask Gamer's videos, but god damn it, I'll fucking vouch for him till the end of time. I had the opportunity to be the next PBG, but whatever. I like Quillfish. I wish I had an opportunity to use Quillfish in this game because it's a very funny Pokemon, but unfortunately the niche that I like for it the most isn't available in this game. You have to trade it to XD in order to use it, so was not meant to be. And this one's also going to go down one hit to Thunderbolt. I could have used Metronome here, probably. We saw how much that Hydro Pump did. It wasn't much. We could probably have taken it out with Metronome, but that's fine. Nope, no look at all. Alright, well, keep at it, dude. I know you'll pop off if you come back. Heading this way on Outcast Island, we can reach the shore. There is a Rocket Grunt here. We'll save him for right now, actually, because I don't want to go over this cave yet. There's no rare Pokemon around these parts. Not a one. That burns me up, man. I'll take you out. Or I'll take it out on you. Okay, I'll take you out is a little darker, probably. Okay. Muck. I do appreciate that Team Rocket Grunts are starting to use evolved Pokemon more, because even on 4 Island, if I'm remembering correctly, they were still using Pokemon like Zubat, which is pretty pathetic. This is at least them using higher level like evolved Pokemon is good for getting experience. What's next? Golbat, another evolved Pokemon. And you can even forgive them for not having a Crobat because they're fucking Team Rocket. Why would they ever have high friendship with any Pokemon? Alright, dude. Get melted, Golbat. I almost said Crobat, but nope. You suck too much to have a Crobat. Heck grew to level 57, thanks to the experience share. Getting real close to level 60, which is like the big one for most Pokemon games. That's when you know your Pokemon is like, you know, they've made it. Take out that Raticate. Easily, thanks to Overheat being broken. Alright. Huh? So listen up, you haven't seen any rare Pokemon, have you? I haven't. I'm sorry, dude. But also, no, I'm not, because you'd abuse them. Alright. Now, let's head in. Altering Cave. This cave! I need to wait for Repel to wear off. This cave is completely boring and only contains Wild Zubat at level 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. However, this place had, and if you're willing to use a save editor, still has the potential to be really neat. Altering Cave was meant to be used in various event distributions through the mystery gift system. There's even unused event text for obtaining the mystery gift that reads as follows. Thank you for using the mystery gift system. Recently, there have been rumors of rare Pokemon appearances. The rumors are about Altering Cave on Outcast Island. Why not visit there and check if the rumors are indeed true? This event was also implemented but never released in Pokemon Emerald, with Altering Cave appearing on a random route there too. The Pokemon that would be able to appear here but don't are Mareep, Apom, Pineco, Shuckle, Teddiursa, Houndour, Stantler, and Smeargle. Every single one of these Pokemon can be found in Pokemon Emerald Safari Zone in the postgame, except for Smeargle, who's found in the Battle Frontiers Artisan Cave, so Lord knows why this event was also implemented into Emerald. All of their evolutionary lines are also available in Pokemon Coliseum. However, if you're willing to use a save editor, you can manually change what Pokemon appears here yourself. I'm not going to be doing this. I only really like to use save editors for the bare minimum of checking my Pokemon's IVs for the most part, but it is an option that's open to you. And since I have nowhere better to mention this, I wanted to tell you about an oddity related to one of the Pokemon that was planned to appear here in the event. In Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, almost every single Pokemon in the Kanto region was given a new sprite, instead of using their sprites from Ruby and Sapphire. Everything outside of the Kanto Pokedex uses their Ruby and Sapphire sprites, except for Teddiursa for some reason, who got a new sprite for FireRed and LeafGreen. Perhaps this was done to fix Teddiursa's colors being slightly off in Ruby and Sapphire, but its colors were reverted in Pokemon Emerald and stayed that way in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, before being reverted permanently to its correct colors in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I don't know, it's an oddity, but at least it gives me something interesting to mention here. Oh, also, this distribution would have been the only way to obtain the Berry Juice item in all of Generation 3. This is an item that's basically identical to a potion, but it's a unique item held 100% of the time by Wild Shuckle in FireRed and LeafGreen. Instead, the item is just completely unobtainable. Awesome. With that, we have seen everything there is to see from the water path up through Outcast Island. I don't know, there were a lot of areas. I'm not going to list all of them. It's going to be a long surf and run through Pattern Bush back, so next time on Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, we're going to be heading south to the Ruined Valley that we heard about before. See you guys then.